One thing I don't see enough of in games nowadays is mechs blowing up stuff. And it's even better when said mech can transform into a jet. Well, if you're like me, then Bulk Slash for the Sega Saturn will probably catch your attention. I mean seriously, your mech can transform into a jet that shoots homing missiles. Why aren't there more games like this? From what I can tell about the story is that you play as Crest Dorley, who is trying to overthrow the army of Alois Gardona of Planet Blau, who is planning a coup d'etat against their oppressors. Alongside this, the childhood friend of Crest, Rosine Ravia, has now joined the military group led by Gardona. There is a slight language barrier as the backstory for each stage and the ending is in Japanese, but the 3D overview at the start gives you enough information to understand what you need to do. There are 7 stages in total where there is a set objective. Some of the stages involve destroying targets, escorting a ship, or looking for keycards. Thankfully, each stage only takes a few minutes, so it doesn't feel like the game is dragging on and keeps things fresh. At the end of each stage, there is a boss which often takes up the whole screen. The bosses do provide a challenge, especially during the boss rush on the last stage. The controls are responsive and feel good. You can use the shoulder buttons to rotate, the D-pad to move, the A button to transform, B button to fire, and C button to jump or change your speed while you're in the jet form. The mech form is pretty useful for stages where you don't have much room and where the target for a stage is on the ground, but I found myself using the jet form during most stages and boss fights due to the speed and homing missiles. In terms of what weapons you have a basic weapon that shoots in short bursts and a sword that is used in close combat while you're in the mech form. But if you let your energy charge, then you can fire a bomb when you're in the mech form or homing missiles when you're in the jet form. There are other weapons that can be found in boxes in each stage. Some of the weapons lock onto enemies and deal more damage. The short stages work well in Bulk Slash, and it makes it very replayable. So if you want to get every ending with all the navigators, you won't need to invest a massive amount of time to do so. One thing I want to mention is that no matter how much stuff is going on, even when the stage boss is on screen, the frame rate doesn't drop. This keeps the gameplay moving at a good pace and doesn't ruin an otherwise good experience. The unique aspect of the gameplay is the Manageable Intelligent Support System, or otherwise known as MIS. This is where your companion gives you directions to where you need to go. You can find a new companion on each stage. If you have any navigators unlocked, you can select one at the start of the game and continue with selected navigator throughout the game. But let's be real here, if you're going to pick a navigator then Coron Steiner is the best one here. I mean, she speaks random English.
Everything is alright! Oh my god! Wonderful! Shit! You sound beautiful! Finally!
I've got to say that the animation on each of the navigators is pretty decent. They're all expressive and each of them has their own personality. It can be a little annoying though when they keep yelling at you to go in a certain direction. Plus, each of them gets their own animated ending. And after each playthrough, you do unlock a bonus image of the navigator depending on how many points you get. Visually, this is a pretty good looking 3D game for the Saturn. The environments aren't that bad looking, and the pre-rendered model of the mech looks pretty great too. Is Bulk Slash worth playing? If you're looking for a game where you can blow stuff up as a mech, then absolutely. It's one of the standout action games on the Saturn. Price-wise, it's a bit more on the expensive side. You'll probably end up paying over £100 for Bulk Slash. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time, and stay safe out there.